How did I remember this? Well, this is where that cover plate is cracked. See there? It's cracked across there. Whenever I see cracked cover plates, it's kind of like a pet peeve for me. And besides, it's nice to keep everything updated. And I noticed there's another place that there's a crack on a single. These are called 2-gang light switches because there's 2 switches in here. And I can see there's a crack down in here too. And it looks it looks like somebody tried to glue it together, because I can feel on the outside of here like caulking or something. And it's like they just glued it together instead of getting a new cover plate. Do yourself a favor and keep your stuff up all nice and so forth. And now I can save these screws. And we recently had the house painted before we moved in. And the painter, oh yeah, I'm responsible. I'll take all the cover plates off. I'll put them all back on. You know, for all I know, his guy did it when they put it back in. I don't know. And hopefully they waited long enough to let this dry fully a couple days before they put the cover plates back on. Because if you do painting, take the cover plates off, and the old cover plates, and you paint, you put the same cover plates back on too soon and get it tight, you're going to have the backside of your cover plate sticking to the sheetrock wall. I've seen that many times, so be careful of that. This one does look loose. Thank goodness. See here? Look at that. See, somebody tried a faux pas. They put some caulking in there, took some masking tape, and guess who that was? It was probably the painters. They took some, and that's something for you if you don't have enough time, or you think you're going to fix it later and it's popped off or something, you can put some white caulking in between there. Put it back up on both sides, take a little piece of masking tape, and voila. But hey, you know, that's what happened. Now I have to be careful, because usually I don't have the power on when I get ready to replace lights or light covers, switch covers. But I want you to see what I'm doing. And I'm just tightening that because I saw that was slightly loose. Okay. And normally I'll have the light switch off, because last thing you want is to accidentally move something, or your screwdriver gets slips or something, and you get in there, because it's going to surprise the dickens out of you, let me tell you. Now usually you should have at least 4 screws in these light switch cover plates bags, and sometimes, now see, that one came right out through the top. Sometimes, I was going to say, you come home and you think, oh shoot, I only got 3 screws in there. Well, that's because you didn't look, there was a hole in the bag, and you come home, you don't have enough screws for a new one. Now, fortunately, because you're replacing this, you can use one of your old screws. But if these are brand new or something, you go to the store, I usually try to, you know, move this around and look through there and make sure I've got all the screws. Because every once in a while you'll get brand new ones at the store, and you'll find that all the screws aren't in there. Now see, this one's got that caulking right there, and I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to shock myself. And if you're putting old cover plates back on, you know, after painting, and if some of your screws are kind of crummy, I always like to try to put the nice white ones up top. I'll put a crummy one back underneath inside a closet, in a storage room, in a laundry room, or down low somewhere where it's not as visible, maybe. And when I put them on, I try not to tighten these too much. I just go snug. You don't want to overdo it. You know, some people, they think, okay, all the screws lines need to be lined up this way. My electrician, his pet peeve is he likes to have all of his lines of his screws up. If he thinks he can tighten it a little bit more, he will. Sometimes that cracks. Or if he thinks, oh, that's too much, I'll loosen this up and have all these straight down. But in some cases you loosen it up and maybe it's not tight enough. So I just do it where I feel it's necessary. When's the last time you walked around a double light switch and you lined up to see if all the screws were at the same angle, up and down, across, at this angle, whatever? Never, probably, huh? Okay, there. I can mark that off my list, and I've got my old screws left. Don't ever throw those away, even if you got one. Now these heads on here are all nice and clean, but if you got some that are dirty or some where the paint's kind of come off, don't throw them away, because you never know when you need one last screw somewhere. Then you can take the crummy screw, take it out behind the door, or if a light switch is behind a door or something, you can swap that good screw for a bad screw that you just happen to have, and then you can use a nice clean one next to your light switches by your bedroom door, your bathroom, your kitchen, whatever. Okay? All right, now I've got 4 extra screws for something else later on. Okay, back to my project. I'm getting ready to go back up in the attic. You want to see that? Stick around. Seems as though I'm really close over here. Mommy's just got this all nicely oiled now. She used the Old English dark. She first cleaned it, then she put the sealer, or just cleaner. Helps protect wood surfaces. Just a lemon oil, Old English. Then she put that, the scratch cover and any marks, and then she let that dry. Then she put more of that on there. Wow, that looks way better. See how it kind of glistens?
Yeah, it's a whole lot better.
And she put it on there kind of thick, and then that's going to help protect it. And she even did her little drum she put on the outside. And she's got a, what is this? This is a skin, right?
Yeah. I think it's shark skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you even put some Old English on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I oiled
and you
that
kind of oiled that a little bit. And our
it's
patch.
still very dry.
Yeah, it's pretty dry, but
pretty dry, but
at least
it will help.
she did what she could for it. Look at that big old crack. All right. Nice job, baby.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I'm going to finish up here, wipe this down, wipe the top down. Oh yeah, he lives outside. That Tiki lives outside. That's why it kind of gets dry too. Get all this taken care of, get it all cleaned up before I go back up in the ceiling. I want this to look like I was never even here. And see, I ended up pushing the TV back. Remember before, the TV was flush with this, and it was on this scissor deal, and I can pull that back out to wipe up around there, and those two bowls get set back up on here. I'll wipe that down, get all this stuff vacuumed, get all my stuff out of here, and then I can call this 100% good before I transgress and get back up in the ceiling, okay? Once you're clean, your job is done, not before. Last but not least, one of these doohickeys. I haven't found anything better than that to get dust off of TVs, flat screens. There we go. All right, I can call that portion of the project good. It's all cleaned up, vacuumed, wiped down, pulled out. She even waxed, greased up the bowls. See, isn't that cool? That's a way you can do your bowls. See, that bottom bowl is just upside down, and we put that top bowl on top of it. It gives it a different look, huh? There, okay. Onward. Now we're going to go up into the ceiling, put that plywood back in there, and get ready to rearrange the insulation up there. If you want to see that, stick around.